I call it the plunge. I took the plunge in 2003. So that was when I went to just become a full-time artist, and that's all I've ever done since. So when I was doing underground hip hop, at first it kind of started as like obviously like the way that we all kind of start. You have like rap crews and it's like battles and all this stuff. And then I linked up with the just I used to live in Saskatchewan with the crew, Side Road Records and Factor became one of my best friends, and we really like that whole crew really helped. I guess before that there was another crew called Freak Show from Winnipeg that kind of put me on a bit and helped me release my first project. But um, with Factor, we both had two different worlds. I was Regina, he was Saskatoon, and we just became like instant best homies, and we toured the world together, really started touring pretty soon. I almost think before that, like maybe in the early 2000s of like coming out west and guys like Emotions bringing us and doing Monday Night Live. And this is like 2001. But like my first real rap show was, I think I think it was opening for Swole Members in like 1999 or something like that, like way
Nice.
back. And, over the years, the scene has changed so much. And so I probably did, when I say full time, it was a full time thing, but I was juggling a few other things. Like I do visual art as well as I started off by doing a lot of like youth workshop programs, which was
Okay.
kind of helping pay the bills, as well as I was also a DJ in nightclubs and kind of just, but it was all the arts. And it wasn't until, so I did that from 2003 full time all the way up in well, till now. But in 2010, I moved to Vancouver, and I pretty much immediately started rolling with the rap crew out from out here called Sweatshop Union, who
Yeah.
was kind of one of my oldest friends. Through
Absolute legends, those guys, man. I've got
yeah,
several of their albums and boxes, back on the shelf right now, for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, and they actually it's really funny how like weirdly connected it was. Like it wasn't even really through. It wasn't even, I don't even think we were fans of each other's stuff. There was mutual respect there. But the very first guy that I ever made a song with was this dude. He was a DJ named DJ Sets. His real name is Mark Keston. And he was actually their manager. And so
Okay.
I think it was like, I was living in Calgary at the time, just for a brief years going to college. And he messaged me and was like, hey, like I got these guys, they're on tour called Sweatshop. And is it cool if a couple of them crash at your house? And so that was Kiprios and Ichiran, who also really good homies now. So they came to crash at my house, and I went to the show. They were like opening for Swollen Members at like a New Year's Eve show, and then the funny thing about it, we never really connected again until 10 years later. And so yeah, it was a weird, but so I did that and I was pretty much pushing that sound all the way up until about 2015. But there was like a bit of a I guess a gateway for electronic music through an old hip hop promoter that started working for Shambala. So in 2010, she invited me to come do like a freestyle or something for a ticket. And then it slowly just started progressing from there. But